I read 120 books in 2024, and if you want to read more in 2025, these are my 4 tips. The first is to set aside designated reading time. This is my non-negotiable. It doesn't have to be a huge stretch of time. It can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, your lunch break, whatever works in your schedule. But if you want to make reading a priority, then you have to set aside time for it. And it just helps if you build it into your schedule so you know, like, okay, I'm going to read my book at this time. And that way, life maybe won't get in the way as much as if you just don't have a prioritized time for it. The second would be to stop making a hard and fast TBR list. Don't hold yourself to saying, I'm gonna read this book next, and then you get to that book and you're like, I'm not really in the mood for this, but I'm gonna force myself to read it, because that is exactly how you hit a reading slump. Read what you are in the mood for. Don't force yourself to read a book that is not doing it for you, because that's just gonna hinder your progress. My third tip is to try out audiobooks and ebooks. Audiobooks are great for commutes, during the workday, while you're cleaning, and there are so many great narrators. I love listening to like dual narration, big cast. It makes it so engaging. So if you're worried that you're not going to actually be engaged while listening, just listen to previews of the audiobooks and you'll know when you found one that's going to hit for you. And as for ebooks, I recommend them because they're so easy to travel with, and a lot of times I get pages in just like when I'm sitting in the car or when I'm on the train, and ebooks make it easier to bring the book with me so that I have something to fill that time rather than scrolling on my phone. My last tip is to sign yourself up for BookBub, which is a free service that sends you discounted and free ebooks. A huge part of reading more is buying more books, which can obviously get expensive. But if you have a service like BookBub or your local library available to you, then you don't have to spend as much money, or you could actually get a bunch of books for free and spend no money. And that'll just help you read more because you'll have more books at your disposal to read.